combine starting essentially next Tuesday, going through
Mhm.
next weekend. And Adam here, joined by my co-host, my partner, my pal Ryan, aka Wolf. Here, another episode breaking down NFL Combine next week. You have NFL free agency on the horizon, and we are, as always, SBP Saints Block Party Podcast presented, brought to you by Precious Works LLC. Reach out to our guy Bajan for all your website needs. Oh man, um, and I should probably add, it's his first time you're listening to the show. You know, we've covered had this podcast going for sixes plus years now. We've covered the Saints in all capacities in terms of Senior Bowls, pro days, combine for the first time last year, and then we're also happy to report we put it on social media last week, but got credentialed again by the NFL. So I will be in the building next week, Indianapolis, and shout out to our guy Jake, who is going to be able to come and help out, get
Much love,
content
Jake.
as well, because as I am now a fresh 38 years old,
Ooh.
it it is just something that I don't think I've shared on the podcast, so we'll go into a whole bunch about. Like last year, going into this year, I've had some occurrences with plantar fasciitis in my left foot. The worst was in October of last year, where I literally feel like I was it was terrible to walk. Like I could barely walk for a couple of days, and then it kind of reared its head again in January. January? We're in January. No, January. No, January last month. So it made me think back to that whole Jimmy Graham playoff game against the
I
Seahawks,
know, right?
and him playing, and like I remember blocking people way back then for like calling him soft for like how he
Yeah.
played, and like I don't even know how long ago that was, but like fast forward to what 10 plus years later, like I'm going like one, like I have an issue
Playing
calling like
football.
bro. I'm like my 38 rotund ass could just getting around like I've since this issue I have invested in shoes, custom insoles, have seen a podiatrist, have gotten a shot in my foot, have gone through like a litany of things to ensure that, God forbid, like it doesn't come back, because it is a terrible feeling to like be like to like not be able to like walk properly. Like it sucks. Makes you feel real old real quick. And the fact that he was like playing in the NFL playoff game with plantar fasciitis against the Legion of Boom defense, I wish I could go back in time and like reblock those people all over again,
And
nigga.
then fans call him soulful. Like, nigga, soul fans. Seriously?
You had
Seriously.
prime Bobby Wagner and Cam Chancellor, and this nigga soft when oh bro, I gonna get heated, bro. I gonna get heated, wolf. Uh, Jake said, Adam, we aren't built for this combine life anymore. Last year, the Yahoo guys had me downtown at 2 a.m. and it felt like 9:30, bro. Combine different, bro.
I,
Combine is
I can't wait to experience it, man.
um so I'm just hoping for next week. Like all I'm hoping for is like, man, it's a lot of standing, it's a lot of standing around. You got a lot of podiums. I'm just praying that shot in my foot holds up. I got
Yeah.
my custom shoes. So anyhow, being that the combines next week, this episode really, we wanted to kind of dive into, you know, what we're looking for, like in terms of prospects at the combine. Also, free agency is literally around the corner. It's like what, two plus weeks away. Free agency officially starts on the 11th. The tampering period opens up, I believe, on the 9th, if I remember the date correctly. And that's the fun about the combine is those, being downtown in downtown Indianapolis at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., midnight, if you're at the right hotel bar, wherever you are, you don't know who you might be running into, who might have had too many drinks, who,
Yep. It's
you
Chatty
know,
Patty.
that's the best. That's like what the combine is great for, besides its actual um, purpose. Jason in the chat said the Kendra Miller of Saints podcasting. Although I feel like that's too like
Yeah,
I have been reliable for six
yeah,
fucking
like
years.
you show up at least. You know what I'm saying? And
It's not like
I'm
I had
battling like
one practice and had to like tap
right.
out and like Dante, you got to carry me for the next 5 months, bro.
Just old, bro. I'm battling like a flu. Not a flu, but I don't know what it is. Some kind of bug I done caught. Might have grabbed some shit. Just we just washed, bro. Just washed up, man.
Happy belated Mardi Gras. I'm glad you were able to get out in and out of New Orleans
Oh
without
yeah.
being assaulted by Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my
No,
god.
just
That shit hilarious, bro.
terrorizing the city, wolf.
Hey man,
Terrorizing the city.
he just living that New Orleans life, bro. You know, full experience.
That it is a full circle moment because the most inebriated I've ever been on this podcast was it was Buck Saints, had to be
Mm.
2021, and I don't remember. I don't know if it was a Thursday night football game or the PJ Williams interception game, but I just remember like posting that video of him like in the car vibing out with the
Oh
joint,
yeah.
and I just said like, and I just remember my tweet being, if the Saints beat the Bucks on Sunday, like, and then I proceeded to get on that podcast, that recap, and I was lit, nigga, like I was
Lit.
toe lit. I miss those days, bro. Need them days back. Need them days.
They coming back, baby.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, um, when you think about the combine, when you think about NFL free agency, at least this batch of NFL free agency, like what is like kind of like the first thoughts that kind of come to mind, and how it obviously ties into the Saints and where they currently are.
Man, just like the amount of work that needs to be done, they have like, I mean, just call them holes is like not even a proper term. Like they're not holes. They're like they need to like build like a new company almost. Like you know what I'm saying? And they got the foundation in place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the hire this last year, Kellen Moore, his staff potentially got the quarterback. You know, at least for this year, you got the quarterback. You know, it potentially looks like he could be the quarterback of the future. So like that, you got left tackle, right tackle. Like you got a lot of pieces in place. It's like you okay, you got like the top level of your company together, but now it's time to like build that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Add on to it.
that's that's what they got to do, bro. Free agency interesting because it's like it's deep at certain parts. It's interesting when you look at like the free agency and you look at the draft and how they
Mm.
like tie together.
It's
Like it's
fascinating.
deep as hell at running back, whereas like the draft is not like super deep at running
Mm-mm.
back. Wide receiver in free agency is kind of like, you know, some decent weapons, but nothing like no like big superstar star power. Um, Defensive tackle is super thin. Edge rusher
Then
pretty. Edge rusher
deep,
is
bro.
like deep, man, and it's deep in the draft. Like so, it's like, how will that play? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how will that affect each other? You know, it's gonna be fascinating to just see how it all plays out.
What's interesting is that the draft, like this is not a good offensive line draft at all,
No,
and free agency, like you have like essentially like the entire like Brown offensive line pretty much gonna be in free, which is utterly wild to me, bro. Like I don't know. I mean, I understand how Andrew Berry kept his job, but that's like, how do you not even have the foresight to plan? Like, hey,
yeah,
hey,
like,
guys, hey, do we not realize this
man,
entire O
I just
line?
don't understand. Like, how, what was your plan? Like, what?
This entire O line is gonna be free agents in 2026. Like, is that okay? Y'all
So
okay?
we'll figure it
Anyway,
out. Shit.
um, there's that component. So like, not saying like if you need a guard, like maybe you can't get one in round 3 or round 4, but like this isn't the draft for that. So the team and man, offensive line is just so finicky where like either you're gonna have to overpay for offensive line, especially if you're the Saints. Like if you're wanting a David Edwards, or Ed Ingram, whoever, like that is going to take money for
Monday.
them to to be signed. But then it's also like, okay, well, what if that wave, like, what if you miss out on the wave? And that's where I go to that whole component of that pro scouting. Like, and we haven't really seen it like a whole bunch,
Right.
but Justin Reed, okay, whatever. Like Kellen banged the table for him and what have you, but like the signing right now is like okay, whatever. They haven't really been in a position to really like the Chase Young. Obviously, that was more last season, but that's paying
Mhm.
dividends. But when this team was truly thriving, it was a combination of both having great draft classes or good to great draft classes, but then also having like a move where it's like, hey, Demario Davis, he's with the Jets, with the Browns, back to the Jets. We feel like there's potential.
Mhm.
Like I just feel like this team hasn't had a move like that in
Right.
Lord knows how long. Like at least free agency, maybe like
Yeah.
trade wise,
Free
but like a
agents.
straight free agency signing. Cannot tell you how long it's been where I feel like it's been like they've had a move like that in free agency.
Where they just finding like a gem. Like, oh wow, ain't
Yes,
nobody saw that one coming. Like they need that. They need to get back to that. And I really think they really need to put their best scouting hats on if they go looking for interior offensive line. Like they need to really dig in because I mean nobody knows. Like fans, us fans, and we not cracking the
no,
tape of
I'm
some
not.
guard
I'm
of
not,
some guard. Like, I've tried. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this shit. Like I
bruh.
watch the Saints. Like I watch the Saints offensive line. That's it. I'm not doing
I
nobody else.
I knew I had a sickness when I watched the All 22 of Luke Faulkner when they traded for him the preseason, and then I
Sick
was like
man.
questioning myself,
Sick man.
like, am I okay? Am I okay? Like, am I okay? Right? But like, even then after that, I was like, man, I can't. Like, okay, here's what I asked you, or we're on the subject. If they sign a David, let's say they sign David Edwards, Ed Ingram, I don't know, Wyatt Teller. I'm just point just throwing out like free agents at the guard position. Are we doing like a breakdown? Are we doing a Dave Edwards?
Man,
Are we doing an Ed Ingram? Like
I,
you watch it 2, 3. Oh,
I don't know, bro. I may do a game. Like I may do a game and just see. You know what I'm saying? The thing I'm most interested in is the run blocking. Honestly, like I want to see.
mm-hmm.
I'm hoping they bring in somebody that just adds value as a run blocker because they just don't have it right now. Like Ruiz, even Ruiz at his best is a awful run blocker. At his best,
Terrible,
like
terrible,
at
bro.
his best, he's like a solid pass protector and an awful run blocker. At his worst, he's just awful at everything. So and that's what we got. And then you got Redun's over there. He's going to be a free agent. So we really don't have any left guard right now. We have
Nothing at
nobody.
left guard.
So,
What you talking about,
so
bro? They
this
got Salsa Verde. What you talking about, Ryan? What you talking about, Wolf?
Salsa Verde got Tipkins, Lip Simpkins. Like maybe I expect them to like let him compete there, but you need like I can't remember where I saw the stat. I think it was New Orleans. Yeah, Nick Underhill. Like I think they average like 3.3 yards per carry, like just from the interior, from B gap to B gap. 3.3 yards per carry, like the 32nd in the league. Like just the worst. It's just like they need to address that shit
But
badly.
it
So I'm
also
hoping it's like day one free agency.
that also like just matches like the eye test, right? Like
Yeah.
it just like it is.
It
It's a
does it doesn't
very
shock you. It's like, yeah.
no.
Right.
That checks out.
And unfortunately it's like all the players have to suffer for it. Like, and I'm not about to like just go on like defending Alvin Kamara or nothing because he's a 30-year-old running back and his time is coming to an end. But like I see people talk about Kamara like, oh man, he was so washed last season. I'm like, Kamara was normal Kamara, honestly. Like
Right.
what he was running behind was just absolute garbage. And what he did get with that line, like he was making it happen. When you go back and watch, he was making shit happen out of nothing. And it's just that's just what the line was. Now he doesn't have the burst he used to have or
Right.
the agility to get on the outside and make a couple of guys miss. And that's just what he doesn't have anymore. We need like that's what we need. We need that juice. That's why
Oh,
we've been
absolutely,
screaming
bro.
for juice. But it also you got to fix that interior, bro. Because if you don't, it really don't matter who they sign or draft as a running back.
It, and as well as Shuck played last season, like it's just been a whole for. But what is interesting, I know the line was different in certain ways, and I don't know how much of this goes to show like talent versus coaching. The first 2 weeks last season with Clint Kubiak,
Them first two.
I and I'm just saying like obviously
Uh,
they didn't have Banks, but
nigga, we
like
had Ruiz on the highlight. Nigga,
that's why so it is that like obviously talent is a fundamental problem in that, but also like they go hand in hand, right?
Mhm.
Where it's like and I it's on me for not bringing this up. I've been meaning to bring it up and I've been forgetting about it. Is Kellen like can he not get on the phone to see if maybe Jeff Stoutland wants to come help the offensive line with the Saints? Like am I missing something? Am I missing something, Wolf?
I mean, maybe he did. I don't know.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe I mean that's something I maybe.
Doo-doo-doo.
We're sorry,
Straight to voicemail.
but to your point, maybe he did. Maybe we don't know. Maybe that's something I'll ask tomorrow, or tonight. But you had this offensive line guru where you're the OC, and you coach Saquon to run for. Did you run for 2,000 last season? Am I tripping? Yeah. And again, I'm not saying obviously the Saints don't have the talent that Eagles offensive line has, but one of like the secret sauces, that Jeff Stoutland has had is his coaching and development with offensive linemen. So I would just be fascinated to see since the Eagles didn't retain him, but it's also weird because it wasn't clear if he's still with the Eagles in just like a much lesser
Yeah.
capacity. Or I don't know. But
I don't know.
if you're Kellen and you work with them, you had him for a season, like I would just venture like that's like worth a call or a text to be like, hey bro, like you know,
Shit, even if it's just coming in for like a advisory role or some shit,
something. I'm just
something.
something. So one thing I wanted to talk about this combine is there are some prospects that, and it's man, it's college football and just how the draft cycle now is just so different. Just in that of, and I'm not saying it shouldn't be this way, but it's very like a la carte in terms of like what a prospect where they choose like what drills they choose to do, whatever. And we're always component of like checking the tape, but let's talk about a very popular prospect for the Saints. I think the combine and probably more importantly like his pro day, but at least starting to get an idea of the combine is like a Ruben Bain, edge rusher
Yeah.
from Miami, right? We're gonna find like when I say we, I mean like quote unquote the world is gonna finally know, okay, this is exactly what his height, weight is. This is what his arm, like his wingspan, his
Wingspan.
arm length is. I don't know if he's gonna work out at in Indy. I feel like he's the type of competitor that would just want to go out and just do every fucking drill because he's just built that way. But his
Yeah.
agent might be like,
Nah, bro.
"Whoa, buddy,
Like you just played how many games? You don't need
whoa,
to do that shit.
buddy, whoa, buddy." But the combine, like a player like him, I think it starts to become a crucial piece of the puzzle to kind of figuring out.
Mhm.
I'm not saying who Ruben Bain is or what he is, but like you just know how the NFL is just in regards to their prototypes,
Yeah.
just in general.
And look, man, like I know us as fans, a lot of us poo-poo it, but it means something. It
It's a
means
thing,
something
bruh.
if like, you know, 99% of successful edge rushers are within this range of measurements and you're not in that, it's like, hmm, it like you got some digging to do. It's not saying like, okay, oh, he's just off the board. We're not looking. It just means you got to think a little closer. Like you gotta understand, okay, this will be an outlier. If he's an outlier, why will it work? If he's gonna be an outlier, why would this work in the NFL? And you got to come up with those reasons and justify it.
It's different, but it's exactly what they did when they drafted Christian Boyd. Like it's
Yep.
identically they did when they drafted Christian Boyd, because he was such an outlier in terms of like his height, weight, his measurables of like defensive tackles or even nose tackles that they've drafted historically almost in the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming a situation where they loved his tape so much where they had to reconcile,
Right.
okay, we see it, but this is not what we go. It's not what we go
Yeah.
for. So like,
So
how
they
can we
did a lot of work with him.
a
Yep.
lot of work with them, bro? A lot of work with them. So I think Ruben Bain's a very interesting prospect. I'll stick with the offense, not offense. I'll switch over to offense. The Malachi Lemon thing, and
Oh
again,
man.
I don't know if he's going to work out at the combine. When USC announces his pro day, I'm going to be on it. Try to get those credentials to be at the pro day. But speaking of outliers, 5'11" ish receivers who I'm not this is not me trying to poo-poo him as a prospect. I'm just giving just like the rundown. 5'11" receivers that may not run quote unquote super fast in the 40, just historically, not just for the Saints, just historically, don't get drafted like top 15. Like they don't.
They just don't.
And I'm
They
not saying
just
that's
don't, bro.
I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just speaking the facts that it's not a thing that the NFL historically has done. Even Brandon Cooks, who was, and I'm not trying to compare them like body wise, but like even Brandon Cooks, who was like a shorter receiver, like ran a blazing fast 40, blazing fast 40, and he went like 24. Oh my god, did I get that? Oh my god, I'm sick. Please send help. All that to say, a player like Malachi Lemon, like the combine, and again the pro day is going to be so important for him. And if he goes out, I'd be very interested to see if he goes out and chooses to like do everything. Like if he does all the
Yeah.
drills, I'm gonna be like, I will be very tuned
I would
in.
love it too. I would love it, man,
Yes.
if he does that. And look, he might look if he goes out there and run like a 4-5. I remember people had a lot of questions about Justin Jefferson when he was coming out because he was mainly a slot at LSU, and
Mm-hmm.
people was like, oh, how fast is he really? And then he ran like a 4.43 or something like that. It was like, oh, okay. And
Did he?
yeah, he ran he's a 4.43 or 4.45. Yeah, it was like, oh, okay.
Which is funny because like his playing
His
speed
place
is
is not that. It's not
no.
that. But it just gave like the NFL people just like that check mark when it was like, okay, well he meets that
Yep.
measurable. You know what
Four
I'm saying? He
four
meets that.
4.43 on the dot, 6'1".
So and he's 6'1", you know what I'm saying? So you understand Malachi Lemon, he's five, I think he's 5'11", maybe shorter. Um you, you just you just don't see guys that are like under 6 feet and 4.5s, mid 4.5s. They don't get drafted
Man, I'm trying to think like
high, bro.
Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin ran a blazing.
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
Like you got, if you short, okay, but you got to have that speed component.
you got to run, bro.
You got to run. But the thing is, like when I watch the tape, I mean, he's fast, bro. It's just like you just could tell he's not like track speed fast, like you know what I'm
Right.
saying. Um, so it's gonna. I'm so fascinated because I love
Do
this
you,
tape, bro. I started peeking at the all 22 early, just
I
like
haven't.
I don't
I
know.
haven't yet.
I was like, I don't know if he's gonna come up on a prospect of the week.
Oh,
I'm just gonna start
he
watching.
will. He will. He will.
I'm like, man, I just love this motherfucker. Everybody that watch him you're just like, well, this dude a dog. So it's just gonna be so fascinating.
That's exactly the word I was going to use to describe him. Just a dog, bro. And I don't tell you exactly what's going to happen, bro. Just because the NFL is dumb. He's probably going to slip in the draft. Probably go to like a team like the Vikings makes a lot of sense. Like pair him and they got Jordan Addison, but I think the Vikings would be very very
Yeah,
quick to move on from Jordan Addison. Like he's not
very quick.
saving them. So he's just one of those type of players. Like
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know if it's going to happen just because his tape is so impressive, but his measurables could be where he's like top of round 2, like in the
Mm-hmm.
like sitting there like 33, 34. Now I think some team will. I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me just in terms of just what he may run.
Right.
Um, Jake said neighbors only did the pro day, 6 feet, 200 pounds, 42-inch vertical, and a 4.35. Yeah, bruh. Like you got like it. You got to have something,
Yeah.
something. A player that I think positively, like a positive player, and who I think could not shake up the combine, but it's one of those. It's oh god, I'm blanking on his name. Panthers guy. Uh, you don't talk
Ted?
about. No,
Oh,
he does
Panthers
he
guy.
does he does fantasy now. Um,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about, bro.
Panthers
Anyway,
guy.
you know what I'm talking about because it's like the Anthony Simmons, not Anthony Simmons, Anthony Barr thing. Like, you don't count it twice. Like, I'm like,
Oh,
um, but David Bailey is a player
mm,
where I have a like he was already on Bruce Feldman's.
Josh Norris. Yeah.
Thank you. It was driving me crazy. Uh, he was already having he was already on Bruce Feldman's preseason freaks list prior to the college football season last season. Bro, he might go in Indy and put on a show, Wolf. Like he is an
Yeah.
athletic freak, like
Yeah,
freak.
bro. And the thing
Like
is,
it,
like, you could see it too.
yes, it wouldn't shock me to see him test not the same, but test very similar to how Shamar Stewart tested last season, but have the tape to back it up.
Yep, I can completely see that. And it's interesting because you're starting to see his like draft stock start to rise a little bit as we get deeper into the process. I think Dane Jeremiah had him go second overall to the Jets. The leapfrog
What?
Ava Reese, and it's like I just it's starting to notice like Ava Reese is just just starting to take a dip
Said it in the
just a little
Discord,
bit,
bruh. Said it in the
and
Discord. Like so,
it's just what happens because the thing is with David Bailey is like you don't really have to project him as a pass rusher at all. Like he has tons of tape as a bending the edge pass rusher.
ooh, he
Just
bends that. Ooh, he bends it, Wolf. He bends it,
he,
bruh.
he just bent over. He just does it. You know what I'm saying? Like whereas Ava Reese, like he's got snaps like that this year, but there's still the production isn't there yet. Now obviously you can see the talent, but it's like okay, I got to project them a little more. So
And
you
he's
can
like,
think like
yep.
if your team is like if you're a team like the Jets, you like man, I need somebody to come here and rush the pass. Nah, like I can't be fighting around with developing and hoping. I need so I can understand like a David Bailey going, all right, it's just gonna be so fascinating, bro, just to see what if these dudes go out there and actually
That's the
perform.
part. That's the part.
It's like, come on, bro, what happened to the game I love, bro? Go out there.
Like who? I don't know if I don't. I think it was Daniel Jeremiah who said it. I don't know when he said it at some point during the draft cycle last season, but it's like the round two guys, like the people who like the players who are probably going to be drafted round two, round three, they don't have a choice pretty much. Like
Yeah.
they got to go out. They go out and do that. But like if you potentially like a top 15-ish pick, bruh, like a top 15 pick, it's 50-50.
Combine turning like the damn Senior Bowl, bro. Like
I'm saying, bruh.
it's like, but then on the flip side though, this draft is so like there's really just a few guys that are like, okay, these are definitely going, the top couple of picks.
Yes.
Everything else is just kind of wide open. So that makes me hope that like dudes gonna go into the combine like they trying to solidify their spot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really a wide open draft, honestly.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a couple of players out to you and ask you if you think they're gonna work. When I say work out, I mean like do a good majority of like the drills, on the field drills, and like
Mhm.
the 40 vertical, all that. Okay. Carnell Tate.
I don't think he's gonna run. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna do something. He's gonna measure. Um, but I don't think he's gonna run.
Okay. See, like it's I can see him running just because he seems like insanely
And it's
competitive
like,
to me too.
why not, bro? Because we know you're gonna run fast. It's like
Yeah,
I don't
he
think you
like
have to
to
worry about anything. You know,
yeah, I think like to me he looks like an easy like 4, 4, 5 ish in that range
right?
of where he's gonna run. Jake said some got the bad advice. It's too clustered at these positions, and you don't want to be the sixth one on the in the cloud. It's a good point. Uh,
Yeah.
here's a big one. I don't think he will. And if he does, I think he does at his pro day. Jeremiah Love.
Oh no, I don't think he will at all.
No,
I don't think he will.
nope.
It'd be awesome if he did though.
He seems very much like he'll do what Aston Genty did last season and work out at his pro day.
Like he knows he's the number one running back. He, you know,
Yes.
how high will he go? Who knows? But
Who knows?
he like staying on it. Look at my tape.
Caleb Downs.
I think he will, bro.
I think he would too.
I think he got something to prove. Like I think he has like he wants to prove like okay. I mean I know you know like my tape nice and all that stuff, but let me show you I'm a freak too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't no
Nigga, he
I'm not
go,
like I'm not like a try hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here like a try
bro.
hard. I'm an athlete.
Bro, don't let Caleb Downs go out there and put on a show at Indy, bro. Don't let
Oh
Caleb,
man.
bro.
Oh
Don't let
man.
Caleb do it, bro. Don't let him do it, bro. One of the most fascinating players to me, who I think could really shake up how people expect this draft top 10 to go, is Mansour Delane. Mansour Delane.
Great one.
Because and I don't know if he's gonna run or
He
what he
should.
might do at the combine. But if he is able to get like a and because like his size is but if he's able to hit like a 4.3 at his size, like I have been told if he's able to get like a 40 close to like the 4.3, he could go top five. Like
I believe
legitimately
it, bro.
could go top five, and I think that would shake up a lot of draft boards because if you just look
Mm-hmm.
at mock draft, like you're not seeing Delane being drafted top five, and so
Right.
he has a lot to potentially gain if he goes out and just and blazes and has a great combine, especially like with his 40 time.
Yeah, and I think he should run, bro. Like he should. It's the one position out of all of them where the 40 time does actually matter. Like it
Oh yes, it
does.
does.
You got to be like you as a cornerback. You have to be as fast as the fastest person you're running against. You know what I'm saying? So you know you could as a wide receiver you could run. You could be a 4-6 wide receiver and be productive, but if you're a cornerback, you don't know who you got to cover. You might have to cover a 4-2 guy on this side and a 4-6 guy on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to match their top speed. And so to me, if I'm him, I would run it, and I think he has a chance because they haven't been like a lot of like corners to go high recently. Like last year, who was the first corner to come off the board?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I think there's none in the top 10. I know Will Johnson went in the second round, right?
Second
Well,
round.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't even. Who was the first corner? I can't even remember. Somebody in the chat come up with it. But it's like there just haven't been like those stud corners that come out recently.
Yeah.
So like the
Was
lane could
I
really like solidify
it
himself.
it feels like the last draft was the draft party we did in Las Vegas in 2022, where
Mm,
Stingley went forward to the Texans, and I think Sauce no
yeah,
Stingley went like 2 or 3, and then Sauce went to 4 to the Jets. So like those were that was like 4 years ago.
yeah,
Was the
yeah.
last time like corners got drafted, incredibly high, like in the top 10. Well, maybe yeah, for sure, where it's like a stacked draft like
When
that,
did
where
the
they just like
Seahawks corner come out?
Devin Witherspoon. That
Yeah.
was right after the Broncos trade,
Oh
the
yeah.
Rush trade. He went. Uh, Terrible podcasting. I apologize. 2000. Yeah, he was a fifth overall pick in 2023.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
was like the last.
The last high one. Yeah.
Yeah,
So the league thirsty, bro. The league thirsty for some corners, man.
which is funny because he didn't work out at all during his pre-draft process because he was injured.
Mm.
He didn't he
Oh
did
shit.
he didn't do anything. He didn't do pro day, he didn't do combine. It was like straight tape. Um DB said, "Damn, it's been a while since a top corner prospect has came out." Yeah, at least like having a prospect that has the ability to be drafted like top 10, top 5, like it had like,
Yeah.
it's been 3 years essentially.
Yeah.
Um Jake said, "I need those field drills. That's when I fell in love with Sinker." Um Vernell Thomas said, "I do like Love. I think we should get the eighth pick on use that eighth pick on receiver or defensive end. Let the let that running back from Penn State, like I don't know, Penn State Singleton in later rounds." Pe- there's just like this abject like feeling for people not wanting to draft a running back at 8.
Yeah. It's, I don't think there's anything you can do to break them out of that, man. Like some
No.
people just like they're just like, I don't want to run it back at 8. It's like, why not? Why not? Damn it! Like, get to a, like that's not fun to you. Like that is fun, man. Y'all don't remember drafting Reggie Bush at 2? No, I'm not saying Jeremiah Love is Reggie Bush, but I'm just saying like just the injection of fun, man. But I'm from man NFL. Like running back used to be the position, man. It was like
Shit. I remember
running back
when
and quarterback.
Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Bell went
Ooh,
both from Auburn,
man.
bro. Like
Yeah.
um anyhow, yeah, it's just that's a different conversation. Shout out to our dude Rod, 4.99 super chat. He asked, with the
Thank you,
way
Rod.
NIL has been trending in the portal, how long do you think the combine still exists for top
Mm,
prospects?
that's
That's
a
a
good question, man.
that's a
I think NIL just changing up everything, bro. I don't know. I can't predict how all that shit gonna look, bro, because it's just different. You got dudes fighting not to go to the league, bro. Like,
that that
please
that
don't let me go to the league.
that Trinidad Chamberlain shit was nasty, bro. Like that is that's some of the biggest like running from the guan. Like I don't care, bro. Like this is old man yelling out the clouds. Like that shit was nasty, bro. Nigga was in court. Joe Judge or it was. Bro, I just get me. What
in
are we
a
doing?
in court in a little boat town in Mississippi somewhere, decided
Nigga
the
talking
fate
about
of his career.
nigga talking about his tonsillitis is keeping him. All right, nigga. I we done lost the plot, nigga. We done lost the plot.
Mm.
Like I am the biggest Trinidad Chambliss hater next season you'll ever see, bro. Wish like not a, I never wish an injury in a player, but like nothing but like I wish nothing but like the biggest downfall. Like
Oh, you better go to the Browns, nigga. I can't wait to go to the Jets.
go get a job, Negro. Like what the fuck you talking about? Oh, that shit had me hot. Anyway, um,
But the thing is, like, when I've just come to look at it, like, you just got to look at college like a pro, like an extra pro league.
yeah,
It's just a pro league. Like, don't even think about the college portion of it. It's a separate league where you can make money, and so now they have options. They didn't have options before. It was like you go to the NFL to make money, or you play for free in college. That's just
that's
not
it.
the way it works anymore.
It's not the way the landscape is. Let's take a break right here. Well, before we take a break, anyone else prospect wise for this combine that you
Uh, I got one. Sonny Styles, another
mm,
favorite of a lot of people. Um, I think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna work out. I think he should because he could like. I think he would be like a freak. You know what I'm saying? Like a
plus
big
because
freak.
ooh,
He was a safety,
especially
right?
he played for he used to be a safety before moving to linebacker, so that tells you a lot.
Yeah. So I think he could go. He can go there and he can make himself some money. I don't know how high he could go. I know he's been mocked in the top 10. Still struggle to see like a off ball
I
linebacker.
can't see it, bro. Like I'm not. That has nothing against him.
No,
It
that's just
may
the league, bro.
and I'm not. And we had this discussion in our Discord with Cole. Like I I saw like I understood why a Roquan Smith Roquan Smith went top 10. He was like one of my favorite linebacker prospects I've ever scouted. Same thing with Patrick Willis, etc. Like that's one of the the literally like the prototype for one of the best linebacker prospects you're gonna see. And even he went like 11 to the Niners. I just I can't put Sonny Styles for me. This is me. I can't put Sonny Styles at that like that Roquan Smith ish like level of linebacker prospects where I could like understand the justification of maybe him being drafted top 10. And that has nothing to do with him like as like a football player. Like it like I think
Yeah,
he's a phenomenal football player, but
and there's also team specific, like the Ravens, the Bears, the
mhm.
Niners. They really value the linebacker position. You know what I'm saying? And some teams just the Rams. The Rams don't give a shit about linebackers.
Give two shits, bruh.
Eagles, they don't draft. I mean, now they've started to like address it recently, but they usually don't draft guys. So it's like it's one of those things where it just I don't expect him to go top 10, but I do expect him to like perform well at the combine.
He strikes me as like a top 15 player. The teams that make
Yep.
the most sense, I'm gonna tell you the teams that make the most sense for him to me. Dallas. Someone said this in our
Mm-hmm.
Discord.
Yep.
My Miami, who just hired Jeff
Mm.
Halfley, defensive
Oh yeah.
coordinator, defensive coordinator, like those like are the teams that like scream like a Sunny Styles team
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Trying to think, is there any other player just combine wise that just had like got me peaked? Um,
Mm, Jordan Tyson.
mm,
You think he works out? His medical is going to be everything. That's what they can't wait
everything,
to
bro.
poke on him. Stretching everything. Oh, you feel this? Oh. Twisting his, twisting his foot to see that hurt. You know how they used to do the thing where they like hit your knee with the hammer, like
Yeah, yeah. The reflexes, bro. I got
yeah.
man. Not that it has anything to do with his medicals, but like I think just as optics, it would be so great if he actually like went out there and worked out. You know what I
Wouldn't
mean?
it? I mean, it really would. Like if
Just
I'm his agent, well, I probably wouldn't be a good agent, but hey, if I'm his agent, I'm like, man, go out there and kill it. Go out there and kill it.
nigga, you be a terrible agent. You be like Master P when he tried
Terrible.
to be an agent.
Exactly. I don't need that guaranteed money, boy. You better work for that shit.
Nigga, you got to go out there and put a show on. Let them niggas know who you is, nigga. Like,
Terrible
no,
agent, bro.
no, no. Um, I think it would be great optics if he did work out. I just can't see it, bro. Like
Yeah,
I don't see it. Like that screams very much how Tetaroa McMillan was
yeah.
last. But the big difference, as opposed to last year with Tet, where he was obviously the undisputed wide receiver one, but then like there was a late
That's
push
true.
for like Matthew Golden late, but it was really like
Yeah,
Tet, whatever.
it was Ted. Yeah,
There's this bunch at wide receiver
yeah.
one, bro.
It really is.
So if you so like it's funny because like their names are close, like their last names are close. Man, if you seeing Carnell Tate going out there, he out there do the gauntlet, he catching everything, he out there putting
Mm-hmm.
a high vertical, and then he go out there and he run like a 4.40. You over there like, and then like you not doing anything, and it's like
Mm, mm. Yeah.
like it feels very like it could get to the point where it feels very you know Michael Irvin,
Yeah.
Dave Goliath, like what are you prepared to do type of thing. Like go out there, put a show on. Go
Get
out
it,
there,
man.
go out there. I would love to see Jordan. I would love to see Jordan Tyson. And here's the thing, man. If you watched our Prospect of the Week series, whether you're watching on patreon.com/Saints Block Party, or you're watching the condensed version that are on now on YouTube. We're working in the audio up for those as well. Um, as long as they, I don't. if they draft Lemon, Tate, Tyson, I don't care which one, bro. I don't care. I almost about to get us fucking canceled. About to be like, which one of y'all is coming home with SBP? With the little melody. Do you have your passport?
Do you have your passport?
Why is that so catchy, Wolf?
Hey, that man's got to write a hit, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
Going to hell, bro. Anyway, you got your shot. We are going to take our break right here. We're going to come back. We're going to talk free agency primer. It's a little, when we say primer, we're going to keep it condensed, within 15, 20 minutes, just regards to the upcoming free agency. We appreciate y'all joining us. We'll be back right after this break. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheats, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, Bijon at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay. We are back. Who asked this? Our dude Scotty asked me where I got the hoodie from. Ordered this, I don't know, 2-3 years ago from the Nike store. I don't even know if they have. Fun fact, just in terms of you want to know how much they listen to us. I remember I wore this hoodie during a podcast episode one time, and then Wolf, like after the episode, he was like, "Oh, that's a nice hoodie." And then like the next morning, he has like a targeted ad. I don't know what it was on Facebook or whatever.
Sure did.
Like,
Yep.
for the exact hoodie. So
It's watching, bro. They watch.
anyhow, free agency around the corner, a couple of weeks away. You have the franchise tag. I believe that deadline is the third. Yeah, the deadline to believe the tag is March 3rd. I want to hit on the Alontae thing just really quickly, and then we can kind of talk more freely about free agency. Obviously, Ross Jackson put something out regarding like Alontae and like if the Saints were to like he's really the only viable player that they could tag, and if they do tag him, he would carry a cap hit of like 21 million dollars. Saints ain't about to do that. Like Saints ain't about to tag Alontae at $21 million. But just that conversation of what to do with him, where are you in terms of Alontae's future with the Saints?
It's a very fascinating situation because as frustrating as Alontae Taylor is, losing him does create a hole. Like
It does.
it's actually a loss. Like it's a loss to your defense. As frustrating a player he is, as imperfect of a player as he is. So if he does leave, they're gonna have to spend some money elsewhere. Like they're gonna have to go out and sign a corner, sign somebody that could play nickel, or address it in draft. I assume they would address it in free agency at least for like their immediate need,
Right.
and then maybe backfill in the draft. So it's gonna be interesting, bro. Like I I still expect for them to make like a late push to like just to hold on to him.
Hmm.
But it sounds like just from his standpoint, he going bag chasing, bro. Like he going bag chasing, and I think he just wants to be in just a different, environment. You know what I'm saying? Which I understand.
I I just this is just the tea leaves, not even inside information, although obviously there is some, but just general tea leaves I've just had just really reading this whole situation. He's going to want to get paid, which he obviously 100% has a right and entitled to get. There are going to be teams out there that are going to be interested in him, in this market, and I think it just it's going to get to a potential point where, and I'm not saying there's like 100% chance that he's like gone. Like there's a chance that he could be back,
Hmm.
but his price point and his price tag just seems like it's going to be to the to the point so high that the Saints aren't going to be able to get to there. N- Not too different from where they were last year. Different situation. He's coming off injury, what have you. But with Paulson Adebo with the
Yeah,
Giants last year, right?
yeah,
Like the Giants came out and like ain't no way the Saints were going to even get remotely
no
close to
way.
what the Giants paid Paulson Adebo, and I think like it's trending for like the Alontae Taylor situation to be similar. And I know teams that are interested in him. I know the Bears are interested in him, reuniting with Dennis Allen, whatever. I know that the Jets are interested in him. Which isn't too surprising. A little bit, I guess, a little bit in terms of like Aaron Glenn, defensive back,
Yeah,
aggressive defensive back. Something that I would keep my eye out on. Not that I've heard this, but in my head, I'm like, okay, if the Bears are interested in signing Alontae, and let's say they hypothetically they were to sign him, then what happens to Kyler Gordon,
yeah.
who I would argue is in terms of a slot corner, albeit injuries, is a much better like slot corner, like a pure slot corner than Alontae is, right?
Hmm.
Again, aside from injuries. Dennis Allen didn't draft Kyler Gordon, he inherited Kyler Gordon, right?
Right.
So if they sign Alontae, if I'm the Saints, I'm calling the Bears because Kyler Gordon is not an outside corner. I'm calling the Bears and
Right.
say, can, can we get can we get Kyler Gordon this
Well,
bitch, bro?
what can we work out?
What can we get for Kyler Gordon?
And yeah, and that's another thing, bro. Like tradable assets. Like there are going to be players on the trade. I think Minka Fitzpatrick. So I report today that like he's
Mm-hmm.
available. I haven't looked at him recently. Like, is he playing the slot or is he like at safety now? Like he's more of a like I don't even
Both,
know what he's doing these days. Like, but
both.
like there will be players like that out there that are like cap casualties or tradable assets that the Saints can look at. So and they gonna need to fill that hole, bro.
They will. They will. Um, when you look at this free agency class, I'll ask you this because this was brought up to me. I'm gonna preface this by saying you know how I feel about AJ Brown. You know like how I potentially feel about him as a player. But if I were to tell you, what if it cost two day three picks to trade for AJ Brown? Let's say two fourth round picks to acquire
Mm,
AJ Brown from the Eagles.
that's a no brainer to me.
Uh, like nigga, I'm not, I said what? I felt like the Chappelle skit where it's like you go to the strip club and it was like of course I did it. It's a
Yeah.
$2 lap dance.
That's a no brainer to me, bro. But that also made me wonder, like, damn, it must be really bad behind the scenes. Damn, like,
Bro, if Howie's
really
willing
bad.
to maybe take two fourths to get rid of AJ Brown, like shit.
I don't take no L's, bro. He do not take L's. That probably make me hang up the phone. Like, two fourths.
Like
Don't
Howie's
get
like,
me,
take him.
Howie.
Take him.
Nah, nigga, you ain't get me.
um just and again like I would if that's a move that AJ Brown is gettable and attainable in free agency and he isn't if you don't need to trade a first for him, trade a second for him, you get AJ Brown for multiple day two picks, bruh,
Mhm.
all over that. All over
All
that.
over.
twice on Sunday.
Yeah,
Twice
but
on Sunday.
a lot of teams gonna be on that though. Like, that's the
Oh,
only
you
thing.
know, bro.
You know,
It's gonna be the pay. But here's the thing, bro. Like you see the Patriots being in it, Buffalo being in it, Baltimore being in it. Then if you're Howie, like, but which one of these dumb teams gonna be picking higher? Then we
exactly.
win. We win. Whoop.
That's true. That's a that's a fact.
We
That's a
win.
fact.
Um, trying to think. Um, the running backs are interesting. I know it was
Hmm.
reported out that the Seahawks aren't expected to tag Kenneth Walker, which I found surprising.
Yeah,
Still 50-50 if the Jets are going to tag Brees Hall or not. Someone who's like just underrated, and if you watched our GM simulator episode, you'll under like who's a restricted free agent. So the Ravens would be able to match the contract, but I just don't know if they would. Man, that Keaton Mitchell,
yeah,
like decided him to like an offer sheet, just adding like another element of juice to the team.
yeah.
Um,
I
would
like
be
that.
would be like one of those like underrated moves that could have big dividends later down the road.
Absolutely, I like that move. Kenny Gainwell, that's another
Mm-hmm.
one. I was watching some of his highlights with the Eagles when he was with Kellen Moore that year, just to like see,
Mm-hmm.
like how do you look in Kelly Moore's scheme? And I mean, like he looked good. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked good, but he was playing behind Saquon Barkley, so it's like ain't nobody give a shit what Gainwell doing when you got Saquon Barkley.
Not at all.
But that's one that I don't expect him to blow the money out the water. He's not going to be like in that first wave of running backs
Nope.
that get signed. That's somebody I would look at. That could be like in that second wave of free agency that I think you can get for like a solid price. He's not like he wouldn't be a bell cow or nothing like that.
Nope.
But he would be a guy, and he also wouldn't prevent you from like, say, if you wanted Love, you could still draft Love. You know what I'm saying? But I think he would bring you somebody where you'd be like, okay, I feel better about my running back room. Especially if you address guard also, you'd be like, okay, we got a little juice because he's effective in the pass game and the running game. Um, so I mean, we'll see, bro. But they got some running backs in this. I mean, Rico Dowdle. They got a lot of LG. Like even in the NFC South, bro, you could pick some NFC South running backs if you want. Try to hurt one of your
Lot
competitors.
a lot of options are in running backs, and then we talked about it earlier in church edge rusher, right? It's a very
Ooh,
deep
deep,
edge rusher market. Edge rushers always get paid.
always.
Always get paid. If I'm the Saints, and I don't know if Seattle's going to do this, but it wouldn't shock me if they did it. If they were to cut Uchenna Uwosu, who's been a draft bay of mine
Hmm.
for years,
Years.
he seems like someone that would fit perfectly into Brandon Staley's defense. I'd have to actually check and see. No, I don't think he was there. I don't think he was in Los Angeles when Staley was there. I don't think he was. But he's just a player that would fit perfectly into that system. I know we've also talked about uh, Mafe as well,
Yeah,
who
bro. I'm just looking at the list. Like his list is ridiculous, bro. Like it is deep. And then you consider like who just won the Super Bowl, just the waves of pass rushers that they have.
waves, bruh.
Like you could just see teams like, man, I'm about to try to get 2, 3
Two.
pass rushers and just load up. Just load up on pass because it's not like a lot of lead guys, but it's a lot of rotational, like good edge rushers that you could use in different situations and rotations and stuff. And like Greg Rosenthal was making a good point, like it's not a bad idea to bet on some of the OGs,
Mm-mm.
like Bosa or what's my guy, Khalil Mack,
Khalil
guys
Mack.
like that. Like, yeah, they might be like expensive on like a 1 year deal, but like they're provable commodities. Like, you know what I'm
They
saying?
are.
You're gonna get like a good 500 snaps, 600 snaps out of them. They're gonna get sacks, pressures, and be available for you. So that's like I wouldn't even hate those type of moves for the Saints. I just don't want them doing nothing stupid like dedicating like multiple year contracts to somebody towards the end of the career, but like they want to take like a 1 year stab at like a veteran that's like a proven commodity. Yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? We'll see what you can get.
It's if they were to go that route, like that to me would probably signal that Cam Jordan wouldn't come back. Maybe like
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like I couldn't see it being him be back, and then they like were to add
Right.
like I don't know like a Joy Bosa or like a Khalil Mack or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think Cam Jordan would be their
Yes,
first option in that. And I really do think like Cam Jordan gonna be back. Like
I think so
I
too.
think it's just a formality at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they just gonna get that done. But still, I think you need more, bro. Like you need more.
Yeah,
Like we've seen with like Carl Granderson, like one, like he was getting trade talk this past trade period. And we've seen multiple years where his production just wanes, man.
just disappears. It just drops out of nowhere. Um, so and like I don't think that's a like I don't think that's a player where like you trade if like you're offering if someone's offering you a fourth right now.
Yeah.
But if there's like if a team's calling you like for maybe like a player to player trade as an
Hmm.
example, that's something where I haven't heard this. I'm just giving an example. Steelers call or the Saints, let's say Saints call the Steelers and say, hey, we'll give you Carl Granderson for Pat Fryermuth.
Ooh. Give me.
What
I've
say
been
you?
wanting Pat Frymuth for a long time, boy.
Minute,
You
bro.
understand? I've been wanting to
Pat
get some
Fryer,
Frymuth.
Pat Fryermuth. He's not a free agent, but I
No.
think he's someone who could be traded for a Cole Komet, a whole
Hmm.
DA connection again. Hey, this your guy, this your boy.
It's your man's.
Come
It's
get
your
him.
man's.
And someone who's just a free agent, bro. Like I would. Apparently, I don't know if he's like a great person, which is like I'd have to dig deeper because he had like a nasty assault a couple of years ago. But like Tyler Higbee,
Mm.
in like we're just talking about like adding, we're just talking about adding more on that foundation and building and building. Adding a player like
Oh,
Tyler Higbee with their bare tight end room, bro. Even if they
yeah.
added like a Greg Dosage at this point, nigga. Like that is
Can we get some great dosage in here finally? Like that would just be like a circle moment, bro. Like,
oh,
look
bro,
at that.
full circle, bro, full fucking circle, bro.
Yeah, that would be
Uh,
crazy. But like the tight end, like we didn't mention it, bro. Like they don't have any tight ends outside of Jawan, bro. Like, you know, Taysom is gone. Foster Moreau is gone. Jake Stoll is a free agent and barely contributed anything. Uh, what's his name? Mitchell, whatever. That was from the Ravens. Free agent.
oh,
We
yeah,
got Moscato, and who knows what he. So they don't have any tight ends, bro. Like they need tight ends, and I think Kellen wants to run like a heavy, like to be able to run some of those heavy sets like the
yep.
Rams and the Seahawks and and the teams. And you need tight ends, bro. You
You
need
gotta have the
bodies.
personnel, bro. You gotta
Gotta
have the
have the
personnel.
personnel, man. Gotta have it, man. So like whether that's trade for like Cole Komet, Frymuth, or paying somebody like Higby, or they got a lot of guys out there, bro. But they're gonna have to like they will have to invest in the tight end position in free agency.
Free agency, the draft, it's a position that they're gonna have to invest into, and that's not. And I'm not saying for them to go out there and sign
Isaiah
like a
Likely, or,
yeah, Isaiah Likely, a David Njoku, like I don't, and I was told pretty much like a player like this, like a player I was hoping that they could go after and sign is like a player like Chigo Konku, who's a free agent
yes,
from the
I would love
Titans,
that.
where it's just like
Yeah.
I
What?
asked like a month and a half ago.
Oh
They
man.
don't. They,
And I bet it's that stupid Jawan contract, man. Oh, they don't want
well,
they don't want to pay.
I don't even know it. I don't even it. I didn't even it got it from the perspective of like them not wanting to pay two tight ends like 8 million or 9 million. I just like I don't like Chig ain't gonna be looking like he
Oh,
nah, bro. Like I'm good, bro. And but all that to say, they need to improve the tight end room. tight end, offensive line, running back, and then can we get away from this thinking? This is more draft as we try to wrap this up. Like someone was just going on this. It was it the Matt Harmon? It was no, I don't forgot. It was some mock draft, and then someone on Twitter was like, blah 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 blah, like Bailey. I'm like, are we saying that the Saints shouldn't draft a wide receiver at 8 because they have Devon Bailey on the team?
Bailey,
Bailey, bro,
Bailey.
who was like wide receiver like 4 for the Broncos last year, almost was cut. Was nearly like essentially was going to get cut, and this is not me trying to like rag on him as a player because obviously like
Not
the
at all.
connection with him and Shuck, it was tangible. We saw all of that, but he's also like an older player who has injury, like who's been injured, has chronic knee issues, and he's also like he's gonna be 29.
29 this year, bro. He's just not a part of your future. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's somebody you look at like, year to year. Like, okay, we got Valet, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Cool, like we keep
cool.
going.
Let's
But
keep
like
going, baby.
the people like, they should like, yeah, I'm okay with them drafting like Love and drafting like other offensive positions, but like not right receiver at 8 because they have Devon Bailey. What?
Like, you just got like when I look at the wide receiver room, I'm like, y'all got Chris Olave.
That's it, nigga.
That's it. That's how I look at it. Like everything else is like fluff to me. Like Jalen Polk and Valet, and these guys have almost no production to even put on like the screen right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not enough. It's not enough. So they need a lot, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about no Valet, no Polk, Trey Palmer. I don't even know who else. Like, do we even have any? Ronnie Bell? Shit.
Mason Tipton, your favorite.
Get out of here, man. Mason Tipton.
Had to get my Mason Tipton joke in. Anyway,
we played like 17 games, and I can't even think of like a play. I can't think of like one play. Remember that Mason Tipton play?
At least Dante Pettis, even though he fumbled, bro, that nigga spin move. Like,
great play.
Nigga, we was going and we was like, oh shit.
Shit, I remember Torrey played. Torrey wasn't even on the squad for 99% of the season. I remember his play. I can't tell you nothing Mason Tipton did, bro.
He caught Tyler Shuck's first preseason touchdown, bro.
Preseason. I remember that. I remember preseason.
Regular season
animal.
Regular season though, is he like the new light skinned version of like Emmanuel Butler, bro?
Yep, the new Emmanuel Butler, man. Every year.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We understand, it's been a while. Not a while, but like, it was a combination of Mardi Gras and what have you. Like we had an episode last week, but we didn't have a Prospect of the Week episode last week. Tentative to have a Prospect of the Week episode this weekend, only because this is I'm essentially going to be gone from home next week at the combine, which I'm very grateful for. But I really want to focus on the time I have with my family and spend time with everyone before I'm gone for a week. So I want to kind of maybe use this weekend to 100% be focused on them. So maybe not a Prospect of the Week episode this week either, but that's still tentative. But all of that said, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Like again, without y'all guys' support, we wouldn't be able to continue to build upon this. All that to say, like it is not, and I'm not usually the person to do this, but like, what we put in is we put in a lot of ourselves. So if you are a fan of our podcast and want to truly support us and for us to continue to build and go how things have gone, please, if you have the means to, patreon.com/slinksblockparty, literally a dollar a month or $13 can cover you for the whole year. If you're more of a YouTube kind, you can become a YouTube member for as low as $4.99 a month. It truly does go like a long way because like we're not a business like the NFL or like Yahoo or like whatever, where if we're going to these events, like the company is paying for it. Like if I'm going to the combine or what have you, like that is coming That is not coming from NFL.com money. Like I'll
No.
just keep it like that. So all so we appreciate y'all. We love to continue to have like these opportunities to continue to bring fantastic content to everyone who listens to our show and supports us, and just wants good, objective, honest Saints content, because that's what we pride ourselves on doing. But all that said, appreciate, love y'all. We got up to what 31 concurrent viewers. I think we had like 45 earlier. 194 views as we wrap this up. We'll be back maybe this weekend for Prospect of the Week, but if not, we'll be back next week. I'll be live from Indy, catching up on all the things combine related, all that and what have you. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.